a banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's get into this. Salute to y'all that pulled up on the stream already. We got a few people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up like button ASAP. I know it's a late one, but I just wanted to hop on and, let y'all know that y'all are on the right path. If you are tuning into this information, you're doing your due diligence every day, you're keeping up with the markets, it will pay off. You just got to stay down for the come up. Already, you're doing things different from most people. Not even too many people are caring about this type of information. So for the simple fact that you are taking the initiative to jump in these markets, put some skin in the game, educate yourselves, it all will pay off. You just got to keep going. That's all it is. So, I just wanted to let y'all know that, man. Shout out to G-Basso, Eddie T, saying crypto epidemic. Shout out to all y'all for pulling up. We got a few different shibainu articles, and what y'all can notice from this is that shib is becoming more and more popular. We have more people, starting to make articles on shib, and before there were just a lot of bearish articles coming from the motley fool, but now we can see a lot more independent sources actually talking about shib, which is a really good sign. So we are even at Yahoo Finance. So when Yahoo Finance starts talking about shib, we're really on the board. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Make sure you drop a comment so I can know that you are in the building. Even those that are catching this stream later on, I want to say salute to y'all. I know y'all always pull up. Drop a comment so I know that you did pull up. Shout out to Work in Progress. Shout out to Peter Ferrero. Shout out to Midnight Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Surfer. Shout out to Kashan Miner. Salute. Shout out to y'all for pulling up, man. So how long is your journey, in the crypto space? Do you have a predetermined, timeline? Do you want to invest for, are you investing for retirement? Are you investing for, to save up for a house? Is it for a new car? How long do you plan on investing and what for? Share some of that with me so I can, see some of y'all responses and just, get to understand that why. Because once you develop your why, it's a lot easier to keep pushing forward, especially in down times like this, because, it's going to be hard, every day to get up and see that we're in a bear market. It'll be hard to, get up every day and see your portfolio down, especially if you're one of the people that bought in at the top or been holding, since, last year and the prices dropped now. It'll be hard, but, you just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing, taking it day by day. Don't overwhelm yourself with the markets. Keep a healthy balance. You want to make sure you're getting some time, enjoying other hobbies, time with the fam, time with friends, times, doing things outside of just, this, because you don't want, you don't want it to be, you have a bad week or bad month, or, a bad month in investing or trading or whatever it is. And now you just wrote that whole month off as you had a bad month overall in life. It's much more to life. You just got to keep going, keep learning, keep pushing, and it will all pay off. Even if it doesn't seem like it, if it hasn't seemed like you got your turn yet, and you're one of those people like, when will I get my big break? When will I hit that home run? When is my turn coming? It's coming. You just got to keep being patient. Don't get tricked out of your spot. Don't jump in and then, just jump out of your spot too early, because you could be, next in line. You could be, second next in line, so that's why you have to just, hold strong and keep it pushing. So let me see. Peter says, I have 2 billion tokens of shib. That's what's up, Peter. Peter says, thank you for doing these live streams, December. You're welcome, bro. Shout out to Food Lovers. Said, what do you think about Tectonic? I got to look into there. I haven't really looked into Tectonic too much. Peter says, I first bought shib in December. I am looking to sell some when it hits 0.001. Okay. Work in progress at all of the above. Saying said generational wealth. So, we got some people that, they're really, moving into this markets, and it just has become a way of life. So they'll do this, up until, the time they retire. They'll be looking to, still make plays even after retirement, because it's not like it's any physical work. So what y'all are learning right now, is very valuable, because people pay people to do this for them. So the fact that y'all are learning how to do this for yourself is very, very powerful. Keep that in mind. Even the top wealthiest people in the world outside of investors pay other people to do this type of research, to understand this type of information for them, and y'all have the benefit of knowing this yourself. So be proud of yourself. Understand that this is a journey. It's not gonna it's gonna be the ugly stage, and then things will be better, but it's all a part of the process. You're going to learn some very important, valuable lessons as you move around the block, and it's all meant to be. It's all supposed to happen like that. So saying says generational wealth, so he's in this to really, set the tone, for his generations to come. And, that's good to see. That's what I'm about as well. I like to say I want to be, one of the Sam Waltons of my family. If y'all don't know who that is, just in the sense of him starting Walmart, and now look at some of his descendants, and how successful, his family has been because of creating Walmart. So I'm looking to come into this space and do something similar, something valuable, something disruptive, something that really changes the game, but it'll all come with time, and we are working behind the scenes on our own project, started by our own community. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be something very, very exciting, instead of just sitting back all the time, just waiting for these different plays to come across my desk. We're going to also, roll our sleeves up and get involved and, see what we can create in this space as well. So let me know if y'all are excited about being a part of that. Once we drop our official project, let me know, will you be getting in on that? Let me see. Okay, Jonathan Castro said, I have other besides crypto. Okay, so he's diversified. Of course, you want to, if you are at that level, real estate, businesses, stocks, bonds, there's other things you can hold versus just crypto. You don't want to have 100% crypto portfolio. You can, if that's your choice, if that's your style, if that's what you prefer. But it's always wise to, diversify, have some stocks, have some crypto, have a business, have some real estate, have other assets that you can, own as well. Your random vid said, I'm heavy on Volt. My shib is my long hold and Volt is my flip. Okay, that's what's up, man. Salute to the Volt Army. Shout out to the Volt Army. Let me know if I got any of my Volt Army in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Drop those lightning bolts. Crypto Epidemic said, for financial change / life change. That's what's up, man. And that's what it's really about. This is supposed to create something different. This is supposed to give you an outlet. This is supposed to be a stepping stone moving into financial freedom, where you don't have to worry about, where will money from bills come from. You'll know that you're already, secure, financially secure. I think financially secure comes before financial freedom, but just getting to that point where you don't have to worry about how you're going to provide for your family, yourself. You can actually see yourself eventually growing into your full potential, or self-actualization. So that's what we're really looking forward to doing through investing. Investing is the medium, one of the mediums to help ourselves become, our fullest versions of ourselves. And one way to do that is by, getting the finances together. You got to figure out the money problem. You got to have the money together. Once you have that together, it's a lot easier. Not saying you have to do that first, but, of course, you want to be right with yourself, spiritually, mentally, and all. But once you can, get the finances together, it makes everything else a lot easier on your journey. So, just be wise with it. Don't go out there YOLOing, and jeopardizing yourself, because you want to have time in the market. Time in the market beats timing the market. The longer you can stay in, the better chance you have of catching one of these bull runs. Once you get in one of these bull runs, you almost can't miss. As long as you're diamond handed throughout that bull run, you'll end up making a lot of money, because whatever you have invested during that time is going to, drastically, increase. And, that's what we're looking for. You just got to stay around for it. Eric Stalley said, do you own shib? Of course I got shib. Holding over 2 billion Tectonic long-term hold. Okay. What is the price of Tectonic right now? Michael Sanders says, rule number 1, keep your emotions out of investing. 50 million shib, looking at creating a nice retirement egg for me and helping family. Okay, that's what it's about, man. I love to be able to help family. I love to, help share this information and see people that, it was able to pay off for, see them being able to, help their family as well, because that can also in turn inspire more people to learn about investing as they see your success and as they see you want to come up and they see those different levels that you're going up. Like, okay, not only is he taking care of himself, but he's able to help, his family as well, and the more of our family members we can inspire and help become better informed or educated investors, the more power we have as family. Sean said, it's got, bro, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. If you're working a 9 to 5, you are essentially building someone else's dream. If you're work, it's cool. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. It's okay to work. You should have a work. It's either going to be a bump or you're going to work, but you want to be working and also working to set yourself up in a position where, you can become your own boss eventually. Now, it's not for everybody. So it's not saying like every single person has to become their own boss, but you have to understand, nobody will ever pay you what you're willing to pay yourself. Nobody. I don't care who you work for. There'll always be, we could think about any, just for sake of ease, working in fast food, the cashier or retail, the cashier, probably rings up, thousands and thousands of dollars per hour. But at the end of the day, that employee or cashier is only being paid, $20, $25 per hour when they're making thousands of dollars per hour for the employer. So that's what you need to recognize that's happening. And, once that kind of clicks to you, you can take that. You'll, once you have enough knowledge, enough skill, you can, take that same amount of effort that you put into, moving somebody else's, dreams forward into pushing yourself, your own dreams, your own, family, pushing things forward for y'all. You don't want to just stay in the 9 to 5 because, what happens if you get laid off? What happens if just, all of a sudden they don't need you? What happens if we hit another pandemic and they have to, start, laying people off? You don't want to have to worry about that. That's why you want to educate yourself, increase your skills, so that way you can have value to add, to society and you can monetize it. That's what it's about, breaking out of that rat race. That's what I like to say, And even if you prefer to work a job, at least let it be something that you enjoy doing. It doesn't have to be something you're forced to do, something that you feel, chained to with the, with the ball and chain, where it's like you can't get away from it. You don't have any better options. That's what this is meant for. That's what investing is for. That's what learning about these markets is for. And, that's what we're hoping to be able to, push more people to be able to do through learning through shib. Shibainu is excellent, entry crypto for a lot of people. Because it has those meme characteristics. It's more fun, it's more community to it. There's memes involved, which, that's not really too technical, but, for a beginner investor to see things that are easy to digest or relatable, that's going to help them, become more, submerged in the topic. And then as they go on, they'll learn and become more, intermediate and then move to those advanced levels. So, shout out to Rick Green pulling up on us. Say, good looking on the info, bro. What's some good hard wallet brands to go with? So I recommend Ledger and Trezor, Trezor and Ledger. You can get a Nano. You can get the X. The X is a pretty good one to get. Ed says, how long you've been in crypto? I've been in crypto for a while now. So, I first heard about it in about, I can't even really remember. I think it was 2010. It was either 2000, like the end of 2009 or 2010. But whatever time it was, I remember the price of one Bitcoin was 11 cents. So go back to whatever time that was the price of one Bitcoin. My best friend asked me like, hey, let's, put $100 in there. I'm like, no, it sounds like a scam, whatever. Watch Bitcoin eventually blow up, throughout the next few years, and eventually started to buy it and, sell it, trying to, make a little profit here and there in around, I would say maybe 2012-ish. And but I didn't really know what I was doing back then. You know, I was young, just you know, buying, you know, selling, trying to think I'm you know, making some quick profits and losing money too. But officially I've been holding my longest Bitcoin since 2018. So, you know, either you can say I was dabbling, you know, from here or there, whichever you know, time frame you want to pick. But let's see. Healing, helping, loving said, please explain the difference between market cap and circulating supply. So market cap is just, you know, the amount that the basically the token or the project is worth itself. That's just like the overall value that it's worth. You know, if we look at Bitcoin or the top 10 cryptocurrencies, we can see, matter of fact, let's go take a look at that. We can see that, you know, their value is based on their market cap. But circulating supply is the amount of tokens that are actually floating around. So as you can see, let's take a look at SHIB. So we can see circulating supply here. This should be 549 trillion. So this is circulating supply. Circulating supply is how many tokens are out now that can move around, that can be traded, that can be, you know, that are out, you know, in the market. And market cap is just the overall value of the coin itself, or in SHIB's case, the token itself. Shout out to Crypto Surfer pulling up. Shout out to Marcus Tate for pulling up. Shout out to Carlos pulling up. Said best channel for SHIB. Love it, man. Appreciate you rocking with me. Shout out to Jonathan Castro. Said we all gonna make it. Salute. Food Lover said, is Coinbase going bankrupt? I don't think Coinbase is going bankrupt, but you know, you got to be careful with these exchanges. You know, we got to you know, make sure that you don't have more money than you can risk losing on these exchanges. I recommend, you know, having you know, your crypto inside of a cold wallet. Now, I'm not trying to cause any FUD, you know, not trying to tell you what to do. It's not financial advice. But let's just say you wake up one morning and Coinbase was frozen. Coinbase was not allowing withdrawals. Would that mess you up? Somebody let me know. Let me know in the comment section. If you woke up and Coinbase was basically froze withdrawals, trades, transfers, buys, sales, whatever, would that mess you up? Would that put you in a bad position? Let me know. Keep it real. And run those likes up on the stream for me, man. We got almost 80 viewers in here. Run those likes up. Shout out to y'all for pulling up on the stream. So let's see. Red Star 7311, salute. Appreciate you for pulling up. Drop a comment if you're in the building and you rock with me. Let me know. It said, got a whole lot life 25,000 policy. You can take money out of it. Also get an additional $45,000 coverage. When the market is down, you can still make moves. Okay, so yeah, he's on that next level. He's talking about, you know, whole life insurance. So that's, you know, that's another stage. You know, we learning right now. You know, we getting everybody together. You know, eventually, you know, y'all will be covering everything. You know, this channel will be buying real estate. Y'all will be seeing that process as well. You know, helping, you know, those that are, because what are you going to do after you make all this money in crypto? You know, what are you going to do? Just leave it there, you know, until when? You know, you want to be able to take some profits and diversify into other assets like real estate, especially if the overall market is going down. You know, it's going to definitely pay off. So, you know, I really just wanted to let y'all know, you know, that the fact that y'all are taking the initiative to take this serious, that, you know, it will pay off. You know, if you're in the, you know, a lot of people come into crypto, you know, and expecting to get rich overnight. And it doesn't happen like that. You know, some people, you know, could have possibly got lucky, you know, who knows? But the majority of people you see with the success stories, they had those hard days. They had those times where they were losing money. They had those times where they had to look at their portfolio and was almost sick. They had those times where they blown their accounts. They had those times where, they didn't have any more money to invest. They had to really save up and get back in the game. But guess what? It ended up paying off for them. And this is the thing about, these markets. It's so crazy. You can lose, I'm not saying just go recklessly losing money, but, if you're really being serious about it and educating yourself, you'll find that, no matter how much money you lost, you'll make it back like that. Once you start to get in your groove, once you figure out what you're doing, once things all start to make sense for you, and of course the market conditions are right, you're going to make all of it back. So don't, in this time, feel upset if you're down right now or feel like you're wasting your time. You're not. You're putting in that work right now that is required, to be a champion. What champion do you know didn't spend a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time practicing, a lot of time educating themselves, watching film? You have to do what you're doing now, so you are on the right path. Know that soon it will pay off for you, because the things that you're learning right now, so sometimes it may not seem like, it may not seem as useful right away when you learn these things, but eventually something will happen where something that you learn is going to help you go to that next level, because you already learned what to do. When that time, when you cross that time, you're going to be like, okay, I know what to do right here. Why? Because I learned about this, and it's going to be easier to make that decision. And when it comes to investing, you have to know, you get a limited amount of time to take advantage of, decisions that can catapult you. And you'll have the confidence needed to, make that decision within a timely manner. So that way you can get that blessing, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. But let's see. We got a couple more comments. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Drop your why in the comment section. Why are you investing? Why? What is your why? What is your reason? Because when you're having those hard times or the markets are down, that why is what's going to keep you powered up. It's going to keep you charged up. It's going to keep you motivated. And it actually, when you develop like these sets of principles and things that you can kind of go by, it becomes a lot easier. It's basically like you're just waiting in line. You're in line right now. So your number is going to get called. You know what I'm saying? So just hold tight. Don't get shaken out of the markets. It might be rough. It might be a tough time, but we all went through it. All of us during our first times, we lost money. We still lose some money here and there. Nobody is perfect in these markets. If anybody was like that, I tell y'all, they would be the world's first trillionaire, because there's so much money in these markets that if you had 100% accurate system strategy and were able to do it, you could literally make $1 trillion. But it's not that easy though, because there's so many different things at play. But as long as you show up every day, you're present, you got your pen and pad, you're taking your notes, you're really learning, educating yourself, and really, having consistency, because you can't show up, 1 week, don't show up, the next week, or 1 month and not here the next month. You have to be around so you can hear all these different news stories. You can hear all these different laws that are happening. You can hear what's happening with regulation. You can hear how, macroeconomic conditions are affecting the market. And you'll start to learn how all these different things, weigh on the markets. And then you'll eventually start to be able to put this picture together. And, it'll become very, very clear for you. You'll understand that this is a long-term game. You won't rush yourself. You'll develop more patience, more confidence, and more money. So let me see some of those whys. Let's see. Remember the DCA. Salute to everybody. Exactly. Shout out to Life with Maine. Appreciate you for pulling up. He said he bought SHIB at 26. Now his average is 11, 3% in the green. Let's get it. Shout out to Big Woo 777. Shout out to Kofo Blue. Shout out to Fit Kid 99. He said get to 1500s. Fit Kid said, bro, can we at least 1500s before the CPI comes out next week? So that's the consumer price index, just determining that we already know prices are going up. We could feel it everywhere. We groceries, at the pump, from everyday items. I was just looking at a study just showing, rents have gone up like 16% in the last year. They even were talking about like, all kind of products that were all up over 10% in the last year. So we know things are becoming more expensive. So we just are waiting for that news. And, sometimes the market will price that type of information in, and sometimes that, the markets will have a shock to the information. But I feel most people understand, that we're kind of, heading towards that recession. They haven't said it yet. I feel they want to honestly catch a lot of people off guard, and I'm not, and when I say they, it could be like, whoever, but the markets, they like to trap people in. They like to, get people's hopes up, let them put more money on the table. And then here they come, they snatch that money off the table and put you further in the hole. And now what does that do to somebody who had their hopes up, somebody who wasn't too educated, somebody who didn't understand the data on the charts? Now they have a hole in them. They're feeling, depressed. They're feeling sad. They're feeling, upset. They're feeling, these markets are made, probably a scam. They're feeling, they're not made for investing. But what it was, they just weren't properly educated enough, because, we all, are down some during this time, so all you have to do is bring your costs down until you either break even or until, your average cost is lower than where you were previously, or, just stay in the market until prices move back up. And as you've been accumulating during the downtime, you'll have more, tokens, and, you'll have even more money once things blow up again. So, just keep that in mind. You don't want to get tricked out of your spot. Don't let the FUD, don't let all this false news, don't let, even if we get some scary stories coming up in the news, they're going to try to shake people to the ground. This is a vicious game. This is not, this is not child's play. They're not here to, hold your hand and, build, sandcastles with you. They're here to take your money, so you have to be educated. Whenever somebody else is making money in this market, someone else is losing money. There's not just free money being created out of thin air inside of these markets. Whenever you get profit, that's someone else's money into your profits. So keep that in mind. All them times y'all done, made some money, that was somebody else's money y'all made. Did you know that? You should. And if you don't, I mean, you're just, at the level where you need to really be educating yourself. So that way you can really understand how these markets work. That way you can remove a lot of like the false hope, a lot of the, common, misconceptions that people may have about the markets. This is, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it's a dirty game, man. That's why you really have to learn what you're doing, So we got over 100 viewers on the stream, man. Run those likes up for me. Let me know. Let me take some more comments. Salute. Yes, we will be successful. Everybody in this stream, you will be successful. Why? Because you're taking the time to really, take the initiative and, do what you got to do. Most people are scared of this. Most people avoid this type of stuff. Most people would prefer to be watching a movie. Most people would prefer to be playing a video game. Most people would prefer to be sleeping. But the fact that y'all are, keeping your pen and pad up, and trying to gain as much knowledge as possible is going to pay off. Eventually you won't realize, how much better you're getting until you really start seeing those, until you start seeing those shots fall. A lot of y'all are, I see a lot of y'all that pull up to every single stream. I know it has to pay off. Let me know, have you been grinding and taking it serious? Have you been one of those people that have been really grinding and taking it serious? Because if you have, then your time is coming. Everybody gets a turn up at bat. I don't care who you are. Everybody will get a turn at bat. So your turn is coming. If you've been putting that work in, you've been practicing, you've been studying, your time is coming. You're going to get that home run. Let me know, have you been putting in that work? Shout out to the Sheep Army. Shout out to Less is More. Shout out to Noble King. Shout out to I Have Spoken. Shout out to, who else am I missing? Century for pulling up. Shout out to who am I missing? Just Me 360, Sylvester, Meditation Master. Let's see. Fit Kid 99 said, I'm down, lost over 70K this year so far. Hey, fit kid, one day that will be small to you. So just stay down for your come up, bro. And one day those numbers gonna look like, you'll laugh one day at those numbers. You're gonna be like, man, I can't believe it. I thought, I was down 70K at one point in time, and now I'm up, I'm a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? That time is coming for you. To be able to have that amount of diamond hands, that amount of, conviction, and to keep going is gonna pay off, bro. And I don't even want to say tenfold, thousandfold. You just have to keep pushing. Gio, salute to you for pulling up. Said for Lambo. Julia Garcia, appreciate you pulling up. Said financial freedom is my why. Big Woo said wish Elon Goofy would back Shiba Inu like he do with that other coin. Yeah, man, I definitely, I rock with Elon. A lot of people don't like Elon. They say he manipulates the markets, whatever. Y'all just got to know how to play the markets. If you know how to play it, you can use Elon as an indicator. You can use, him to understand, how the markets react to him, and you'll know how to use his info and the things that he says, to your benefit, especially, when it comes to, Tesla. Tesla is one of my biggest, positions. And we would definitely get a lot of hype if Elon came in. Of course, we don't need Elon, but could he help? For sure he could help. If he starts talking about shib, we going through the roof. And he creates instant, he moves the markets instantly. A lot of other things we'll have to wait for it to play out, wait for it to do this, wait for it to do that. When Elon says something, people FOMO, people, hype. And the good thing about it is all of us are already in. We got time in the market already when it comes to shib, when it comes to Volt, when it comes to a lot of these projects that we talk about on the channel. So we're in a more favorable position than the people that are going to hear this info, from him, and then come, run over here. Just got to stay down for the come up. Don't get tricked out of your spot. So why want 350K in the next bull run and AMC GMC short squeeze? I'm not sure what you meant by that, Red Star. To get back what I lost, I can make back more than I lost, so I can make the world a better place around me. That's what's up. Shout out to healing, helping, loving, trying to make the world a better place. And that's one thing, money helps you do that. A lot of people want to do good. A lot of people would love to, try to make the world a better place. But how can you do that, with no money? Yes, of course, there's a lot of other ways you can. You can, community service, a lot of other things. But really, at the end of the day, it's going to take some type of money, whether it be directly from you or something. There's some money in play, to really, when it comes to changing the world, it might be a good idea, and a lot of people back it with money. But at some point, there has to be money behind it, whether it's you want to help your community. That's one of my major things. Of course, I want to do things on a global scale, but, I'm really, wanting to give back more to my hometown, just, starting off before I move, more into that, bigger level. Food Lover said people are having problems withdrawing from Coinbase. They are calling it a glitch. Yeah, see, that means, I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that. Let's try to search it up and see. So we got an article right here, y'all. Coinbase users unable to withdraw to bank accounts. So Coinbase users are complaining about not being able to withdraw USD from the exchange. The exchange said it is investigating the issue with the payment processing partners. The US exchange is also planning to expand its operations to Europe. So they're saying, it's an issue. Someone else says, I'm talking about a withdrawal, which is something that Coinbase platform doesn't let me do. The BTC has been sold for USD. But that's it. No ability to withdraw to the bank like I've used to before. So Coinbase responds and says, we want to make this incredibly clear. Coinbase does not sell proprietary customer data. Our first concern has been and always will be providing the safest and most secure. Okay. Someone says, why are you holding my funds for withdrawal for 3 weeks? It's not a large sum either. It's been clear from my bank 2 weeks ago, released my funds, and I'm transferring all my tokens to another exchange. So we are seeing some early signs of it. This is how it starts. Do I think Coinbase is going bankrupt? I don't think so, but don't hold me to this, y'all, because I don't know their financials. So they could be, their balance sheets could be all over the place. And think about it. What we were seeing with Robinhood, we found out that Robinhood is not, when you place a purchase on Robinhood, did y'all know this? That they're not even right away. And this is allegedly, they're not even purchasing, and I'm not sure if this is just, in one case scenario, or if this is all across the board, but one of my viewers was trying to get his funds off of the Robinhood exchange. And basically after a few hours, it boiled down to that they hadn't even bought the crypto that he went to buy, that they told him was in his account. So he went to buy it. It said that confirmed he purchased it. It said that the amount was in his account. But when he actually went to try to transfer the funds from that wallet to an outside wallet, they were like, oh, hold on, give us a minute. We got to basically go buy that crypto that we said was already in your wallet. So basically they're just reflecting digital numbers on the screen. So that's why I really want y'all to be aware, because I'm not trying to cause FUD, but I would hate for anybody in my community to get caught up like this, and you ended up in a bad position because of it. So just keep that in mind. But let's see. AMC not even budging. My why is to recover all that I lost during the years I recovered from cancer. That's what's up. You definitely got it. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. And, it has no choice but to pay off for you. It has no choice at all. Shout out to Big Woo, said, hope you get all that back plus more. Food Lover said, Coinbase unable to withdraw to bank accounts. Let's see. And the crazy thing about it, y'all, is that things, once they finally take off, it's gonna go like that, So you won't even get a moment to step away and come look back and be like, let me get prepared for this. Once it happens, it's gonna happen. That's why you don't want to give up your seat. That's why, the fact that you're already in now is, a very, very big, benefit on your behalf, because you don't have to start from scratch. It may seem like you're down, or you may think that you started over, if you, just got out of a rough position, or you're looking at your portfolio and it's down. But guess what? This time you have more experience. So you're not at the same level. Even if you lost all your money, you still wouldn't be, back to zero, because now you gain all that knowledge. And now you have the potential, to make it back even further, or even faster, than you lost it. So, just keep that in mind. You just have to be around when these moves happen in the market, because they happen fast and they happen big. Look what happened in May last year. Look what happened in October. A lot of people weren't expecting those things to happen. Only reason why we were able to call it and catch it, because I understand technical analysis. But, even then, we were just able to say it's likely to happen around this point right here, which we hit it right on the, the nail on the head. But, all the time, sometimes you get a week, sometimes you get a 2-week time frame where you can see that breakout about to happen, and you got to buckle up. You got to be ready. Sometimes, let's say the technical analysis starts heating up where we can see that, we're going to have a major breakout. Do you want to wait till then to, load up? Or are you going to wish that you were already loaded up? Imagine we can say, let's say it gets to that point where I'm like, hey, y'all, it's looking like we have a breakout coming in the next, week or 2 weeks. You're going to wish that you had more time to buy more coins at this price. And let me tell you, one of the worst feelings, it's not, you'll learn from it, but if I could share this information, with y'all, so you can learn from me, then I like to share. But, one of the worst feelings is thinking that a price is high, and then, 6 months, 7, 8 months, 9 months later, 10 months later, you look at that price and it's like, what was I doing? Why didn't I buy more? Like, and you're just wishing that you could have the opportunity to buy more at that price. This could be a price where we're at right now, where in 6 to 7 months, you may say, man, if I could have those prices again, I would, put the house on it. Not saying to do that, don't do that at all. But I'm saying, you might say like, I would drop, 100K on it, or 50K or 10K or 1,000, whatever your level is, you'll be saying that at one point. Imagine people who, think about Bitcoin prices during the pandemic, when we seen Bitcoin go all the way down around 335 or 4,000, whatever it hit. Imagine, a lot of people got afraid during that time, but now look at the price Bitcoin is, or look at Bitcoin when it went to 60,000, and look at all those people that bought Bitcoin. I'm talking about billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin were bought at the $60,000 price. And, those people didn't buy when it went down to 4,000. Imagine how much they wish they would have bought when it was at 4,000, when the price was at 60, or even the price right now. Imagine, me. When I first heard of Bitcoin, my best friend first told me, and it was 11 cents. You know how much Bitcoin I would try to buy? You know what I'm saying? But that's, you only learn, hindsight is 2020. So, I'm just trying to share this information with y'all, so that way you don't have to make that same mistake, or at least you can recognize it faster, so you can learn from it a little quicker than I had to. So let's see what else we got here. Helping Hand said, just like on 420, everyone thought Dogecoin would moon past 42 cents, but then crashed. Can't always believe the hype. Or $4.20, not sure. Bro, when is it going to $1? We got a long way before it goes to $1, or we got a lot of developments that need to happen before SHIB is at $1, because we really have to reduce the supply. We got to get the supply down. A lot of people want SHIB to, really increase and go to, 1 cent. Y'all got to realize, we got to get the supply down. We have to burn more tokens. We have to create some form of utility that, encourages people, to take part in that, burn SHIB. Somebody had an idea in here the other day. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but it sounded like a really good idea. He said, we should possibly create a shibainu slot machine where you get the, chance to, basically play the slot, also, win a portion of a jackpot, but the ones that don't win, go to a burn, to burn tokens and reduce the supply, because that's really how we're going to rock it. Once we start really burning down this supply, and, it becomes more scarce and the demand is still there, that's when you really see the price rocket. Sheeb Queenie, the Discord moderator, talked about, how Shibarium could possibly burn 100 trillion tokens per year. Now, I don't know exactly how that can happen. She was saying it's just a possibility. She doesn't know the exact numbers, but if we get something like that to happen, she would absolutely rock it. We continue to see the developers, try their best to, provide utility and build out the ecosystem. Now, we just have give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that all this, new developments that we're seeing around SHIB all ties back into SHIB and somehow helps with, our overall mission of trying to push to that 1 cent, because the overall ecosystem is what's going to draw more people in. Like we have a stable coin coming up, Shicoin. A lot of people would like to use this stable coin, to do transactions or to do trades or transfers between themselves. Let's say if someone wants to pay for something, would they be more likely to want to pay, in Shiba Inu and figure out the price calculation of what that would be? Or would they be likely just to pay in a stable, coin or token that we have pegged to 1 cent? That way it will be a lot easier to figure out, the math on something. So that way we know if something costs $10 US, you would have to pay 1,000 Shi coin, or a Shi token, whatever it'll be. I think it'll be a coin because it should be on our own blockchain, because I believe it's going to be released after Shibarium comes out. So I don't know which one they'll call it, a token or a coin, but it might still be a token technically, because it's a layer 2 blockchain on top of Ethereum. So it's really not its own blockchain. It's a layer 2. So salute to everybody pulling up. Shout out to y'all. Drop a like, drop a comment. Shout out to Sylvester, say, gonna chime in. He speaks the truth. Like most of us in 2020, after my settlement, I decided to make a choice, learn to invest, the charts, etc. Then the bull run hit. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, y'all time will pay off. You know, you're next. You're next. Yes, you listening to this, you are next. You just cannot get out of your spot. Don't allow them to trick you. You know, it's going to get rough. You know, they're going to test you a few more times before we get there. They're going to try to, you know, pull it up, pull it down, pull it up, pull it down. But just understand that time in the market beats time in the market. You know, just have that faith in yourself. Know that it'll all pay off. You know, you're doing this for a reason. Meditation master said, would you change shib to bone? I wouldn't necessarily just change it to bone, but I would be getting some bone. You know, bone is like, honestly, it's more sounding like bone right now is what we want shib to be. You know, sounding like bone is having that utility that we wish, you know, was getting thrown to shib. So with bone being at like 49 cents right now, let's take a look at what it is. I think bone was around 49 cents last. We called it at 43. It broke out to about 57 cents. I told y'all to take profits around 53 cents, but it kept pushing a little higher to that 57 cent. Then it pulled down back to 43 cents. Seeing it push back up to like 53 cents, then back down again to 42 cents, then back up to 51 cents. And now wherever it is right now, we're going to check. So I think I seen it at 49 cents yesterday when we checked it. So right now it's at 48 cents. So, you know, it's still, you know, it's higher than that 43 cent level when we initially called it. You know, that can seem like only a 5 cent difference, but when we have people buying, you know, millions of them, you know, or, you know, hundreds of thousands of them, that can make a pretty big difference. And right now, you know, bone is extremely undervalued, if you ask me personally, because this will be the native token for the Shibarium blockchain. You know, it will be used as the gas token. That's so much utility that is going to be crazy. You know, so I easily see bone. I think bone should be at $5 right now. You know, I'm not trying to FOMO anybody into it. Not saying go, you know, go crazy and you know, get a ridiculous amount or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it has a ton of utility. Shout out to Diggers Gold and Shovel, says see you in that white Ferrari next year. Appreciate it, bro. GB901 head said, what do you see for this week ahead? I'm looking for a bullish week. You know, that's, you know, it's too short term for me. You know, I mean, we look at the week, we can take a look at the chart and, you know, just speculate on what's going to happen. But, you know, we're in this for the long term. You know, we're really in this to really catch that, you know, which we already caught, you know, a few, but, you know, we want to keep doing it. Or those that are new, you know, they want to get their first go around. I mean, it's really looking like we want to have that breakout. Why did they change this? They just updated this. So we had, you know, a nice cup and handle pattern forming right here, which, you know, we should have got that breakout to. It's just a rough estimate. right around the mid 14s. It's a little cricket. We should get a breakout to test, the mid 14s, maybe the 15s as a psychological level. It's looking like it wants to do that, because it is constantly making higher lows up here, which is extremely bullish, making these higher lows, but it's seeing some resistance around this 12, the mid 12 level. But once we break through there, we should be clear straight to the 15 level. That's what I'm looking forward to. But, of course, people are going to take profit, so if you don't plan on taking profit at that point, it's like, what's the big deal about it? Let's see. Is the metaverse going to help it, and how fast would it go up? Well, we really can't, predict that. It's really, you could speculate, but yes, the metaverse could help because there could be a lot of developments inside of the metaverse, that are created that would help burn sheep. So in that fashion, yes, it could help, but to say how fast, it really depends on when the metaverse is rolled out, how big the burn mechanisms that are implemented are, all that. We need all that information. Fit Kid said, I'm praying for that 0.001 2024 2025. Fool Lover said, my wise retirement and money equals freedom. Music Entertainment said, have you looked into Safu? No, I haven't. Safu, or I think that's how you say it. Healing Helping, ever since I've been learning here on the stream. Here, I've been putting in more work. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Sylvester said, but like all good things, they come to an end, and now it's completely polar opposite feeling. Never knew what the FUD would feel like. Thank you for the vid. Go Sheep. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to Fed Coin, said I was up at bat and filed out. You'll get another turn. Don't trip. Juan Sanders said, Shiba through the alley. Vote gonna dunk it. Shout out to the Vote Army. MVP Bigger said, I'm about to drop 100 on Shib. Okay, welcome to the fam. Flacco World said, when do you think the total market is going to start going up? I think we have to get it's more, to me, it's easier to say when we stop going down versus when we go up, because I think we stop going down once the market prices in the recession news, once they officially put that information out. And of course, some major catalyst can come and change that. If something big happens that we didn't see, that wasn't a part of the news or something like that we don't know about now, then of course it can come, make this completely irrelevant. But, we need to get all this bad news out, let everybody get, the ones that are going to get shaken out, let them get shaken out. And then, I think the market will stabilize like it's kind of trying to do now. And then once new money comes in, that's when things will start to go up. You have to remember, I talked about this in the stream yesterday. We had a ton of money during 2020 and 2021 get pumped into the markets that we aren't seeing now. All the stimulus money, all the unemployment money, all the, all this different money they were just pumping into the market. People were feeling confident. People have extra funds. People have money to be riskier with. They don't have those funds now. So where's all this money going to come from? You got to remember the overall crypto market in November of 2021 was over $3 trillion. Right now, the overall market is under around $960 billion. Like, that's a very big difference. Very big difference. More than twice the money that's in the market right now has left the market. Let me say that again. More than double than what is in the market right now has left the market. The entire crypto market, what's in there right now, more than double that has left. Where do we just get all this extra money from, to get back to all-time high prices? Where will all this, that's what we have to wait for. we have to figure that part out. That's going to be, the hard part to me. Maybe once institutions, catch wind, once we get, some regulation and a lot more, bigger institutions are more comfortable investing into crypto, then we could see that money flow back in, through a lot of, funds and things like that. But just expecting the average retail investors to come back with $2 trillion, it's kind of slim, y'all, to be honest. So we're going to need, something really, really big to happen. The way we can still make it with SHIB is by, burning supply, reducing the supply, and that can help us move at a lot faster pace than expected, or without needing all that money to come back into the market. So let's see what else we got. Sylvester said, imagine how much community support there is. Amazing. Lil Lamb, the guy, said, stay down for the win. Ken Gilla TV said, facts. Sylvester said, yep, my all-time high was $138,000 from a $7,000 investment. Meditation said, when do you think Meta is going to help? I'm not sure what you mean. You mean Facebook? Shout out to Major Payne pulling up on us. Shout out to NG2, said, vote Inu. Shout out to Uche Masses. Hey, what's up, bro? People talking about Sheaves getting to $1 in a month. It's just different story by the day. While we keep on holding on, I don't say, of course, we don't know it. Nobody has a crystal ball, but Sheaves getting to $1 in a month, I would bet against that. I would take some easy money betting against that one, me personally. But that's just way too soon. The supply is, way too high. We still have a lot of things to build for SHIB. I got to remember, SHIB is, barely even 2 years old right now. So you got to give it some time. Remember, Bitcoin was around, over a decade. Doge's been around since 2013, so almost a decade. SHIB is brand new, fresh off the lot, really. SHIB is still a baby. So we got to give it some time. Imagine in the next 3 to 4 years. That's how you should be looking. Salute to Stony Vision pulling up. Said, much love, everyone. Keep stocking up before the next high. Hold 34 million SHIB. Take me. That's sold half because I moved some money, holding on to my remaining 17 million. Let's go, Diamond Hand. Food Lover said, appreciate your technical analysis. You're welcome. Sylvester said, we are at around 6 billion market cap. It's gonna time to reach that $1 dream, even 1 cent. Patience. You got to remember, I think around our all-time high, if I can remember correctly, SHIB had about a $17 billion market cap. It might have been more than that, but no, actually, it was more than that. It had to have been more than that. That might have just been like where we were hovering around last before the market just collapsed. Sylvester said, I need to fetch my bones staked for 1 year. Kofu said, my why is to recover. Okay, I read that. Shout out to Purple Radioactive pulling up. Sylvester said, move that out from CB. I heard some problems with CB. The best merchandise around said, what's your thoughts on Boss Token? I believe that is created by Zero Waiting. I haven't really heard too much about it. Is that project still around? Is it still kicking? I thought it had the opportunity, the chance to be really good with him being behind it, so, but I haven't heard anything really about it lately. Stony Vision said, Coinbase scams on the price all the time. False advertising. We should sue. Yeah, they definitely have, higher prices than other exchanges sometimes. That's what you have to know. All exchanges don't have the same exact price when it comes time to buy it. They might show you, what the price is trading at, but when you go look to actually purchase, you have to pay attention to how much they are charging, because a lot of times these exchanges, they're getting back on you, and a lot of people don't know that. You think you're just buying your $100 worth of shib or $1,000 worth of shib. You're not even realizing you could be paying 4 to 5 times the price that it costs. So if you're buying $1,000 worth of shib, you may only be getting $200 really worth of shiba inu on their exchange. So you got to keep that in mind. Pay attention to the price when you buy. Just Me 360 said a couple days ago I couldn't add funds. Sylvester said anyone invested in M82. Crypto Epidemic said that sucks. Fit Kids said that Kofo Blue, that's amazing. I hope you inspire others with your cancer to never give up. Kofu said thanks. I'm 11 years surviving. That's what's up. Definitely, got to be strong and keep pushing like that. And then to really be taking things to the next level with, not just, sitting back and just feeling like, you're giving up, you're really, pushing forward and still educating yourself, and pushing to that next level. That's what it's all about. All of us have, more levels to achieve. It always gets greater. Always remember that. It always gets greater. Stony Vision said one day we'll see December in the Shiba vote Lambo. Mark my words. Think you own to something, bro. Stay down for the come up. Fedcoin said true, but knowledge doesn't pay debt. No, knowledge does not pay debt, but what knowledge does is help you become more skilled, and the skills, you exchange for money, and that pays the debt. Why do you think people go to college to, get in debt for knowledge? Because the knowledge is more valuable. You get basically, I learned a saying a long time ago, and I took it really personal, and I found out for myself that it really works, which is every book you read, you get a 50 to 1,000x return. So think about that, and that's on the price. So think about whatever price you paid for a book. I learned that you get a 50 to 1,000x return on every single book like that you pay for, that you read. And for me, it's been working out like that, and of course it's not just, that, but by constantly building your knowledge, the money comes, tenfold off of it. Helping said Coinbase could be doing this to drop down and manipulate their stock price. Coinbase CEO was known for selling off and pocketing 380 million their first public day trading in the stock market. Fit Kids said that Kofu Blue, incredible feat, no money in crypto matches it. Our life and family is the real dream. We can't control our human nature, though, to want everything. Shout out to Purple, pulling up, said, and by Shiba Music Entertainment said, reduce supply. Shiba should start rebasing or create a rebasing fire pit. Might be a good idea. Fit Kid said, to be honest, we just need Elon and Jeff to buy a ridiculous amount. But you got to think about it. They're only going to buy or do something that's in their benefit. They're not just going to, do something for us SHIB holders. So that's why, if one of these billionaires do get in and they go heavy, you definitely want to be in before their money gets in. Imagine, hearing that Elon Musk just bought, $50 million worth of Shiba Inu or something like that. and now you have to buy on top of his money. The price is going to be a lot more expensive than if you would have bought before he made his purchase. Sylvester says stablecoin is even being spoken from mouths of the U.S. government. Follow the money. Exactly. Purple said Jeff Bezos also plays 25 billion shiba inu. That be fantastic. Jonathan says we are all future millionaires. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You got to speak it into existence and really work for it. You got to not only dream about it, not only see it, but you got to be putting in that work as well. Sylvester says there appears to be a repeat from 2018 with a Adam and Eve pattern forming. What you mean by that? Kofo says I've been racking up bone incentives in shibaswap. Good work on that. Fit Kid says if Elon and Jeff buy in, I'll tap them. Jeez. Helping says sheep slots will be nice. Call it doggy park. We can buy Pitbull, Yorkie, Chihuahua tokens with sheep, and in doggy park with our winnings, we can exchange the Pitbull and Yorkie tokens to Pitbull and Yorkie tokens also with bone. Sylvester said, I suspect that after the Fed releases the quarter financials into July, not sure when the report is released. 500 trillion tectonic. Okay, the price at 1604. Because said I'll probably drop 1K in bone soon. See what happens this month. If we don't bottom, I think it'll fly in August. What's the latest with Ryoshi Vision? Got 98 million. Wish is something like $2. Be crazy to see that become 100K, 1 mil or 10 mil. I haven't really been hearing anything about Ryoshi Vision. Last I heard that people weren't receiving their rewards. Are you receiving your rewards from Ryoshi Vision? Let me know. Now we got a nice little flag forming here, which we should get a nice breakout, man. We could even be seeing a breakout to these, 15 to, if it's really, really strong to those 2000 levels, man. I'm really hoping we do get it, for those that want to skim some profit off the top once we reach those levels. And then, the price will pull back and those that are holding can buy even more at the cheaper price. But you got to know your strategy now ahead of time. So that way, you know what you're doing. If Fed drops the hike to 0.5 or 0.25, we going up. Sylvester said, yeah, the cup and handle. And our area of support is around the 9.8 area. And I have a hunch we're going to retest that low before the breakout, possibly. Shout out to Lee for pulling up. Said, I need this money. One of our channel members. Appreciate you, bro. Fake Kid said, my lesson is let money chase you, not it. Fake Kid said, we can't even put 100 billion back. How much money to put down and become a millionaire in the future if things go well? It really depends on what the future is and how long you're going to be holding. So it's really hard to, call it like that. When is Chronos coin looking to find a breakout Let's take a look at it. So right now it's at 12 cents. So it could be testing around here. Let's get some indicators out. Later towards the end of this month, it's looking like it might play around, but let's use some indicators to see. Okay, so it's moving towards this upper Bollinger Band, which tells us that the price is slightly it's not expensive yet, but it's going to get expensive once it's around this 12.93 range, right before it hits 13 cents. It should start, pulling back, trading along this trend line until it breaks out of here. And if it's really bullish, it'll continue and possibly testing the 16-cent range. So once it breaks this channel here, we'll be testing around this area, it looks like. So it looks like around the 20th of July, somewhere around that time. Could it happen sooner? Could it happen later? But it could, but that's what it's looking like right now if we take a look at the chart. So it's looking like it may want to, retest off of here. If you notice what candle it's on a day chart, we got this bearish candle forming. And that's like a shooting star candle at the top of an uptrend, which signals that a reversal is likely to happen, a reversal to the downside. So likely it will push down. Take a look at RSI as well. But likely it'll push down and then, try to test that trend line. And if it breaks outside of there, some news around that time, we can see, things come, get really bullish. So right around, it should start, you may see people taking profit around 15.5, right around that 15 level. You may start seeing people, get shaky around there, but if it's bullish enough, it'll test around that 16 range. Why don't you put your YouTube money to burn sheep? It would mean a lot to your subs. So what I think would be a better thing to do, that way we have a lot more pool, because the YouTube money ain't what you probably think it is, but is actually providing something of utility, something that would actually benefit the ecosystem and giving a use case to something that, Shiba Inu holders care about or, want to be involved in. And then we could burn a percentage of profits from that. So that's what I'm going to be doing, working towards something, to develop for the sheep ecosystem. And we're going to be definitely burning a percentage of those profits. So stay tuned. Meta Brawl gonna be hard, bro. I haven't heard of that, but shout out to Hayes Mass for pulling up. John Thompson said it's like Tom of the king of the block. I wouldn't say that. LOL E Cash B Money said purple radioactive. Century said a lot of people saw Shiba on TV and the Dodger game a few hours ago. What happened with that? I didn't see that. What did they have on there? Meditation Master said, why Coinbase won't let other country buy SHIB? Not sure. It might be something with laws, you know. Different countries have different laws. Century said the fan cam came on me and I stood up with my Shiba army shirt on, pointing at it. It was so dope. Oh, that's dope, man. Send me a clip of that, man. If you get a clip of it, send it to me so I could share it on the channel. Meditation Master said that would help SHIB a lot. Juan Sanders said, I missed the high ETH gas prices. The market was way better. Yeah, it was. Century said, or Fit Kid said, yeah, bro, represent us 100. Century said, I'm trying to find it on TV and record it and put it on Facebook. Okay, let me know when you get it. Shout out to Yan Lev for pulling up. Said, hey guys, shout out to Rax P. Said, can I ask an important question? Yeah, drop it in the comments. Crypto, shout out to Fit Kid said, crypto definitely not for scare money. German Torres said, M87 is hyper deflationary and will pay stakers through a Dow. Century says, I also rock the Shiba flag on my car pulling up to Dodger Stadium. Got to make this a household name. I'll do my part. Salute. Shout out to Z-Rod said, when Shibarium is launched, we won't need a centralized exchange to send our money to our bank account, will we? When Shibarium is launched, we won't need an exchange. I'm actually not sure about that. You'll need some type of exchange to get it to, you know, your actual bank account, because I'm not sure if Shibarium will be connecting with bank accounts. But what is going to happen is developers will be able to build on top of Shibarium. And if someone wants to, you know, add that as a use case, you know, where you can do that, that's something that, you know, you can build. So keep that in mind. Facts. Shout out to 49 Care Red Go pulling up on the stream. Said facts. Century said, can anyone find it? It was the third inning, I believe. Fit Kid said, dude isn't lying on the 2018, repeating heavy right now. GB901 said, I took a loss not knowing the ins and outs of trading. I repositioned myself to take profit. I bought in the dip, however. That's what's up. That's how you got to do it. Now that you learn where you made your mistake, you just have to correct it now. That's all it is to it. Shout out to Jake for pulling up. So, hey, just started watching your channel. Thanks for keeping it real. Appreciate you for pulling up on me, bro. Sylvester says, I staked X leash and shib and I earned some Ryoshi. Okay, cool. Meditation said, if Shiba was worldwide, it would be all the way up. You got to remember, crypto isn't even worldwide. Only about 10% of not even 10% of the United States is invested into crypto. But overall, worldwide, only about 4% of the people in the world are invested into crypto. So we got a long way to go for mass adoption. Sylvester said the SHIB burn portal give Ryoshi 2, I believe. SHIB has 1.2 million holders. Imagine in 4 to 5 years. Exactly. You know, right now it sounds, you know, kind of crazy, but, you know, in 2 years, I'm going to be looking back at this time like, whoa, that was a wild time. SHIB was so cheap. Josh, shout out to you for pulling up. Said it was good crypto fam. Hopefully Voyager gives the crypto back to the people. Yeah, that was crazy what happened with Voyager. If y'all missed that, Voyager is a centralized exchange that was holding a lot of people's funds, and they basically just went bankrupt on everybody and, you know, decided to hold the funds that everyone had. So let's say anyone's get in on the Welly Friends NFTs. I didn't get in on the Welly's NFTs. Let me know if you're in the stream right now, if you got in on the Welly's NFTs. How do y'all feel about those Welly's NFTs? They did add some nice, you know, sounding utility to them. I'm not gonna lie. Fit Kid said, I don't understand the whole NFT thing, to be honest. Seems sus, LOL. Sylvester said, you got a moment to check out M87 Messier. Their white paper sparked my attention, launched on Dex last month, and they launched their DApp yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of them, actually put them on my list of coins. I got a real list here, y'all. Really taking a list of the projects y'all tell me to check out. And when we do our certain stream, my crypto radar show, that's when I introduce the new tokens that I release and want to bring to the channel. Salute to Jake for hitting that like button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button. Shout out to Juan Sanders, said burn sheep through VoltiChange. I can't wait for VoltiChange to come out. That is going to be extremely dope right there. It makes any project listed on it deflationary. That is going to be crazy. No listing fees. You know, that's no requirements. That's going to be crazy. Shout out to Rigoberto pulling up, said Luna Classic. CPI from Justin says comes out on the 13th. What you think? You know, I think it's going to be, you know, some exciting times. I think we're going to see the market, you know, see a slight pump, but I think eventually we're going to see it pull back from that point, and then we'll get some cheaper prices. That's what I'm speculating on. You know, if the market decides to pump from here, I'm good. If it decides to pull back from here, my strategy is to still buy more. So, you know, either way, I'm good. So, GB901 said, I seen SHIB on the news. What were they saying about SHIB on the news, GB? Meditation said, how many holders do we need for it to go up? Well, you know, it's really not all about the holders. It's about the amount of money that comes into the project. We need a lot of money to come in for it to go up. Ricky says, hello all. Shout out to John Wick for pulling up. He said, what you're speaking on is the DeFi dream, to be able to send funds directly to your bank from decentralized platforms. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we're still at a level before that can happen, because most of these banks require the exchange to KYC their customers to make sure, you know, money laundering isn't happening, making sure like people aren't, you know, just doing anything, you know, mischievous or, you know, as bad actors. So, you know, in one way I can understand, but, you know, that just lets us know we have a long way to go. We're still early in this space. So, shout out to Brainy Smurf said, if Shiba can go up to 10 cents, it's possible. You know, it is possible, but the burn, you know, really has to turn up. We have to really reduce the supply drastically in order for that to happen. You know, that's what we have to do. We got to get that supply down. John Wick said like 3% of the world. Almighty Audio said, bro, they took my money. Voyager, I think he's referring to Voyager. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Sorry that happened to you. You know, I'm hoping they give everyone their funds back. You know, I'm hoping they just release whatever everybody had in their accounts and give it back, you know, to the holders, versus them trying to figure out a way to do this or do that, or do like, dude, just give everybody your money back. Y'all failed already. But you know, especially, you know, it's not even like you know, it's different like investing into a token and having the opportunity. Like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know my risk here. But putting your money into a centralized exchange and they just go bankrupt and take your funds, that's crazy. Even if you had the funds not invested into a crypto and it was like in, you know, well, not, I mean, if it was into a crypto, but even if you had it in just USD, you know, it's like, you know, y'all just going to take everybody's funds. That's crazy. Let's see. Fit Kid said gas prices are going down. I don't know, maybe, but you know, I'm still hearing a lot of outcry about gas prices. Sylvester said I got one. Sijin said Bitcoin retracing is beginning. It started in 2010. It will go to 100,000 per coin. Sylvester said one welly and got it because a 15% return. I'm new to NFTs. All I know, all 10K have been minted. Fit Kid said next bull run. I got BTC 160, 180. Seems insane, but just my opinion. It's definitely possible. So I just said Bitcoin retracing is the steps when it started in 2010. Will it go to 100K? I definitely think Bitcoin can easily hit 100K. That's only a 2x from, you know, where we seen it, and not even a full 2x because it was at 68,000. So it's not even a full 2x. Shout out to D the Great for pulling up on us. Shout out to Almighty said yes, Voyager, shaking my head. Okay, yeah, that's crazy, man. Sorry that happened to you, man. And everybody else that happened to. You know, that's why I tell y'all, if it's not your keys, it's not your coins. You got to remember that if, you know, you run the risk of being on, yes, with centralized exchanges, you get ease of access, you get user interface, you get, you know, all these things that they do to make it easier for you to be on there. But you have to realize what you're also giving up at the same time. You know, you're giving up some of that layer of security that you have when your coins are in your own custody. So, salute to the Vote Army. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. Sheep holder count reaches new all-time high. Token finds. Fit Kid says CEO Voyager is a bad dude. Will Rick Machiavelli said, can you do a live stream where you are live trading crypto? That's a good idea. We can possibly do something like that. Let's see what we can work out. Might do that in a members only too. So make sure if y'all are interested, y'all become channel members, tap in. You know, I do a lot of provide a lot of value for, you know, my members only. I got my class of better informed investors where, you know, that content will be moving to the members only section. Also, I got my courses right now. If you're really interested in seeing it right now, you can just check out my stock options trading course. That's a live trading course where basically we're using technical analysis to determine what's happening, and that will be the same strategy that we will be using with crypto. So, you know, if you're interested in seeing me live trade, you can get that, you know, right now. Or I'm definitely thinking about doing a video with that, because normally what we do is live trading stock options. So some of y'all may be familiar with that. If not, check out some of my other videos, but that's what we do, trade live. So doing crypto definitely would be interesting. So the thing too with crypto is most of my crypto are shorter, medium to longer term holds. So most likely I'm not day trading with crypto. I'm more of day trade stock options because you get a lot more volatility in either direction when it comes to a stock option. So that's my preference. But, you know, the same thing could take place with crypto. It just might play out a lot slower than it does with stock options. That's why I like options, because you get movement like that. You get, you know, if things are happening quickly. Crypto, we could be sitting here for a while. You know, we could be waiting for a setup to take place, you know, and same thing could take place with options, but you usually get, you know, a lot more opportunities quicker because you're basically trading with a stock option. You get the value of 100 different shares bundled into one option. So if you go up $1 on one stock and you have 100 shares bundled into an option contract, you make $100 for every single $1 that stock price increases. So now let's say the stock price increases $1, you just made 100. If it increases $5, you just made 500. If it increases $10, you just made 1,000. You know, so that's really why I like options. But let's see. Josh says, I know that Mark Cuban Mavericks partners with Voyager and locked all of their crypto too. That's crazy. Who else is partnering with Voyager? I'm gonna have to check that out. Shout out to PHX at DeMarco. I'm new to the channel. What is your experience with crypto and or stocks? So I got a lot of experience, years experience trading it, teaching it to others. Join private stock market game on Facebook. You can go back longer than videos that I have on the channel. A lot of y'all don't know we have our own private investment community on Facebook called Private Stock Market Game. So I was dropping content in there regarding stocks and trading even before on this channel. So we had, thousands of people that were rocking with me there even before they came to the YouTube channel. So a lot of y'all, probably missed out on that, but you can just go in that group and, just scroll back through the history of the group and check everything out that we've been doing in there. So, C just said, do you think Shabira will push the price up? I think it definitely has the potential to. I think it should in theory. Juan Sanders said, bro, picture this, that trivia show, Cash Cab, but with crypto. You could use Uber/Lyft. It may be a good idea. We got the slot machine, idea. What do you call it? Cash Cab, answer questions with crypto. But, we got Crypto Streets, the episode I do on the streets where I ask people in Las Vegas different crypto questions. And you'll be surprised, at some of those answers. If y'all haven't seen the first 2 episodes that I did of Crypto Streets, I'm actually out here in the streets of Las Vegas, talking to regular everyday people and seeing which, the knowledge that they have on crypto and also giving them a chance to earn money. I've given out thousands of dollars on the show. So go check it out. It's definitely dope. Spreading the word, bringing awareness to cryptocurrency, to the SHIB army, the Volt army as well. Life's Magical Journey says, sounds like a fun idea, Juan. PHX at Juan Sanders, that's a good idea. Juan Sanders said, we got to get December to drive the Uber. LOL. Dan Morgan said, what up, December? Rarely get to catch you on live. Appreciate you pulling up on me. Dan said, thanks for all your content, December. You're welcome, bro. Juan Sanders said, Crypto Streets is the truth. 100. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all check that out. Also, let me drop it in the comments real quick. I want y'all to check this site out. It's a ton of value over here. But if you're at that level where you're really looking to increase your skills, take things to the next level, check out financialfreedom.shop. Go shop, go catch something, to level up your knowledge, to increase your skills, so that way you have the opportunity to make even more money, and you can use that money to take advantage of this bear market that we have here, because you're gonna wish when the bull market returns that you had more money when the bear market was in to buy even more. So remember, I told you that. Okay, y'all, we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up. If I get bored, I might jump back on here later. It's 11:30 right now, so might get ready to just wind down a little bit. But I don't know, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on the markets. If I see something interesting, I'll pull back up on y'all. So make sure y'all got those notifications on. Even if we just end up chopping it up one more time, or we just might drop a banger tomorrow. So make sure you got notifications on. Check out financialfreedom.shop. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. We just blew past 27,000 subscribers. We should be at around about 1 million or 2 right now, but it's cool though. We gonna grind, stay down for the come up. But I'm DecemberDeMarco, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Again, check out financialfreedom.shop. If you're interested in getting one of my courses, I got my stock options trading course, my crypto 101 course, and my technical analysis course. You can hit me up via email to get them 60% off. DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Also, I'm now doing one-on-one coaching. Reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. And also, I'm doing portfolio reviews. So if you're interested in getting your portfolio reviewed by me, email me, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Either put portfolio review, put which course you're interested in, or put one-on-one coaching, and I'll get back to you. So that's all we got. Appreciate y'all. Let me see if we got any new comments. Okay, 252 and or 225 here in NYC. Good night. Salute. All be safe. Appreciate you for pulling up. My Exotica or Miss Exotica Vasquez. Shout out to Don Morgan. Say have a good night. Man, just wanted to say hello. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. All right, y'all. Salute, 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 salute. And we are out.